really bright. We're live. Okay, let's give them a snapshot. Hang on. So, lies, indulgence, everything outrageous. Indulgence doesn't look that good on there, does it?
Believe me, it is. It's just because the mascarpone has fallen off the top of the cake.
It used to be a lot more pretty. Okay.
Or demolished.
Okay, right. So, hey, oh yes, oh that's so much better. I think we need to manually hold the light so that we can really do this. Okay. You need to put it on yourself. Yes, okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Guys, awesome. Man, that's so bright. Hey, we are out at dinner right now. Can you guys type in a yes if you can hear us? I'm aware that it's super loud and it's so bright. We need like a filter on that, right? It's like super white right now.
I feel like I'm under the spotlight on a stage.
Give us a yes or give us some love if you guys can actually hear us. We have something really cool to talk to you about. Hey Sarah, give us some love or give us a yes if you can hear us, because I know it's loud, so I want to make sure you can actually hear these goddesses over here. We are out at dinner right now and we're in one of my favorite places. Yay, some love, cool. Awesome, you guys can hear us. Okay, that's a really good thing, because it's actually quite loud in here, right? So, I am here with the amazing Robyn and the amazing Vicki. Say hi, guys.
Hey!
We're at dinner and we were having a conversation about lies. What
Shame
else?
on me.
Okay, lies, what else?
Indulgence.
And
What else?
everything outrageous.
Everything outrageous.
She's forgotten already. She was like, everything outrageous, and now it's gone,
She's caught in
right?
the indulgence.
Right, she's caught in the indulgence, and we were going to have a chat to you about this, and I think we should start out talking about lies and what happens if you start believing your own lies. So I'm going to pass over to Robyn. Let me know. I'm going to make you look pretty with this. Let's see. How's that?
Hello everyone, so cool to talk to you. So I actually have a bit of a confession to make, but before I go there,
Confession on live stream.
but before I go there, I guess just to set a bit of context, right, is we bullshit a lot.
Right.
I coach people, but I'm guilty of this. I bullshit to my own coach, right?
Oh, oh,
I
it's
bullshit.
all coming out now.
And it's not intentional though, but like what we all do this is we try to soften the blow, whether it's for them or just to make ourselves feel better. We do it, and it's not to cause harm or anything like that. It's not even intentional, but it's just these stories that we make up. And there is an essence of truth in it, but it's not the real core reason for why we actually do or don't decide to do something. So I guess the confession I want to make.
Here we go. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
So I had a coaching session yesterday, right? And it's actually a group coaching session. Before the coaching session, what she did, she actually messaged me a little while before the session. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And she asked me, hey, are you going to come? Are you coming to the villa? And I was like, oh no, I can't. I've actually got guests here that I need to look after.
Oh, we're on.
Oh, we're back.
Okay, you're back. Okay, everyone, Robyn's back with their confession.
We don't know exactly how much of that you actually saw.
I think start from the beginning. So say there was a group coaching call.
Okay, so we'll go back. There was a group coaching session yesterday, and normally I would go over to Regan's and be there sitting with her live during the session. But yesterday, when she messaged me to see if I was on my way over, I said, oh no, and this was partly true. I did have guests there that I needed to look after, but that's not the real reason why I decided not to go over to Regan's and be in there sitting with her. And I mean, like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go and sit with your coach or your mentor and, be there amongst that energy to learn something? Stupid me, right? Self-sabotaging. So the real reason why I didn't go over is because she would call me on my shit. She'd ask me, right, because I haven't seen Regan for a little while. she would ask me straight up before the session, how's it going? What's new? What are you up to? You know, she'll probe, you know. And I was like, oh my God, just the thought of that, it sort of made me think, oh my God, no, I can't face this. I can't answer these questions. But it's probably what I absolutely needed, you know. I absolutely did need that. Needed to, you know, face up. But you know, we don't. We don't. And, well, one, we don't face up. But two, we just, I don't know why we do this, but it's almost like we avoid our own, we can avoid our own success or growth. Right. And that's something I'm so passionate about is growth.
Right.
And here I was, you know, worried about what would happen by going there, which is exactly what I needed. So yeah, we do lie about things to just make things sound better when they're really not. And if we just faced up, we would be steps and, you know, leaps and bounds ahead.
Yeah.
And we would actually go from strength to strength if we just quit listening to our own stories in our head, our own bullshit, and just face up. Like, man. Yeah. That's my confession.
Guys, give
my
it,
bloody
give
bullshit
us some
lies.
love. Give it some, oh gosh, I look terrible. But like, give us some love, guys, for actually fessing up on that and being like, hey, like these are the lies, and enough is enough, right?
Yeah.
It's massive.
So,
moral of the story is
stop bullshitting yourself,
right.
And even others. Like, you're just ripping yourself off. Really are ripping yourself off. So yeah, has anyone done anything like that today?
Anyone lied to themselves?
And Raj, Sarah, Ingrid?
There's a delay. It'll come in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should talk about indulgence.
Indulgence,
I think Vicki's going to fill us in on indulgence.
Besides this beautiful cake here?
Yeah.
Here's a bit of indulgence. This is good
Robyn
indulgence.
knows how to indulge. I want to hear how Vicki indulges.
I don't know if I want to talk about indulgence so much, or more why it's important to indulge in yourself. And to me personally, it just comes down to becoming the person who naturally indulges, right? So becoming the person who has the chocolate cake or the special drinks all the time, because that's just what you do, that's your life. And so if you can do that at times where perhaps you maybe normally wouldn't have done that, because you've just become the person that does do it.
Right.
Yeah? All right. That's indulgence for me.
What happens if you don't indulge?
If you don't indulge?
What side effects do you get from kind of indulge?
Well, I feel like it's the total opposite then. If you don't indulge, then you're kind of not celebrating the good stuff, or you're, you know, and you're living back in the right now, like you're living in the old person.
Yeah, living in pleasure.
Yeah. So go indulge, go do something that maybe you probably wouldn't have done.
Yeah, and it's not like just to be saved for special occasions. Like indulgence, there should be something we're indulging in every day. Like life should be an indulgence.
Right.
You know, it's not something we save up for 4 weeks of the year, or, you know, it's just what life is meant to be enjoyed, not just saved up for a Friday night or, you know, the weekends.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, I guess it's light now. I'm going to hand you guys the light. It's super bright. Please not too much on my face, because it's like really bright right now. Maybe if you just angle it off slightly. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. Okay. That's better. So I'm going to talk to you guys. What have we talked about so far? We've talked about lies. We've talked about indulgence. So I guess it's my turn to talk about everything outrageous, right? Everything totally outrageous. So
Let's go.
So what you need to know is that there's something totally outrageous within you right now. There really is. There's something at your core that needs to be released. There's something that is like burning to be seen and burning to be heard and burning to be unleashed, right? But it's up to you to give yourself permission to be a little bit outrageous. But here's the thing, is that until you live into that space, you're not going to know what it feels like. And until you live into that space, you're not going to reap the benefits of it, okay? Because here's the thing, like, especially if you're someone showing up right now and you're online, for example, or you're building an empire, there needs to be a part of you that is a little bit outrageous. Because quite honestly, if you're not being outrageous, what are you being? You're being boring, right? And no one likes boring people, do they, guys? No one. No. No one likes boring people. No. You do not follow someone that is boring. You do not like someone that is boring. You definitely do not buy from someone that is boring. It does not happen, right? So what's the opposite of boring? Obviously, it's being totally outrageous. So my question to you right now is, what is within you that is totally outrageous? That part of yourself where you've chosen to ignore it, you've chosen to shut it down, you've chosen to go, that part of me doesn't exist, when really all it wants to do is it wants to come out, right? I was doing a VIP one-on-one day recently and we were talking about this, and my amazing client who's a freaking superstar and so beautiful, and she realized there is this outrageous like side of her, and this is part of her that is a total star, and she'd linked it up to the past, right, where she was like, oh my gosh, like in the past it came out as outrageous and it came out as a party animal, right? Now I was like, okay, cool, well, here's the thing, even though at that moment in time that party animal part of you, maybe you don't want to go back there. Maybe you don't want to just be partying all the time and like rolling around drunk, right? I totally get that. But what is that part of you that needs to be seen? What is that part of you that needs to be expressed? What is that part of you that needs to literally be unleashed in order to create a bigger impact, in order to actually step into who you actually are? Because here's what I know for sure is that if there's parts of you that you choose to shut down, if there's parts of you that you choose to ignore and choose to go, oh, well, I'm just gonna like pretend that part of me doesn't exist, then you get into this space where ultimately, I promise you, you're not actually going to achieve everything that you want, but even worse, you're going to meet some sort of level of success, but you're not going to feel good about it, right? It's not going to be in total alignment, because ultimately you're not bringing all of you to the table. That's like rocking up to dinner and not having your arms attached. Like seriously, right? Like it's totally like that. So why would you bring all of you into your brand, into your business, into who you are, but not bring every little part of you? Like, that seems ridiculous. So my challenge to you right now is to ask yourself, what part of you is totally outrageous? What part of you needs to be seen? What part of you needs to be heard? What part of you needs to be expressed? And what part of you just honestly doesn't give a fuck, because this is what you were born to actually do, right? So I just want you to think about that. And I want you to obviously comment below if you if you're watching the recording. These guys, they're awesome. I love them. Emerald says, what the heck, I'm gonna go indulge right now and light up a cigar. Okay, I was not condemning smoking. I was not telling you to smoke cigars. I think you've missed the point. But if that part of you needs to be seen and heard, then whatever, just go for it, right? So that was our spiel. We were talking about lies. We were talking about indulgence. We were talking about being totally outrageous. And meanwhile, Robyn's eating this whole cake all by herself.
Guilty.
That whole cake has been demolished along with this glass of wine. Yeah, look at this. Regan hasn't drunk her drink. Vicki hasn't drunk her drink. What is going on here? It looks like, it totally looks like Robyn is that is the best at telling lies. It is the best at indulging and is the best at being totally outrageous.
Love it.
So follow these guys. They're absolutely amazing. They are game changers. They are the people that are stepping up in this world. They are not telling themselves lies. They are actually helping other people quit their lies and bullshit that and literally get out of that space so that they can recognize their lies and move past that. They are the ones knowing how to indulge, but also showing others how to indulge in their true self and their true lives. And of course, they are being totally outrageous at the same time, and they're so much fun. So make sure you click on their profiles and follow them. They are epic, and I adore them with all my heart. Alright guys, leave us a comment below, give us loads of love, and we are going to go back to lies. I keep wanting to say lies, sex, and rock and roll. It's really not that. Lies, sex, and rock and roll. Indulgence and being totally outrageous. Alright guys, remember, you absolutely can have it all. Ciao! Mwah.